Alright guys, I am super excited to get this video out to you because I think I finally figured out what Cinder's big plan is. Cannot wait to get it to you. Getting interference or something? What's going on? Oh yes, Cinder. Your plan is indeed good. Too good even. I could barely figure it out. But now that I have, I believe I will implement it in my takeover strategy. Alright, I think we're back online. So, hey everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the OneManBand is back again, and welcome to a RWBY in-depth look fan theory, way out there episode video. Way too long of a title card was that. So, one of the big themes that has always been throughout the RWBY seasons and episodes is Cinder. She is the main antagonist, but we've always wondered, what is her plan? What's her end game? What is she trying to accomplish? Well, my friends, I've taken a swing at this topic a couple of times, and each time, I think I've gotten a little closer to the truth. Each time, I've stepped forward, but not so much as made the journey all the way to the end. But now, I believe that I have made the journey to the end. I think I've finally figured out what Cinder's true plan is. And even though I may not know the total end game, I know the next steps that she's going to take. Now let me just say this right now. I'm pretty sure that her end game at this point right now is to reignite the Great War that happened 80 years ago in the RWBY universe. She wishes mankind to be at war with itself once again. Now, how is she going to accomplish this? Let's look at the facts. As we know, back in Volume 1, in the very first episode, we see that Roman Torchwick is robbing dust shops, stealing dust. Dust is what humanity has structured its entire civilization on. Dust is what saved them from the creatures of Grimm, what keeps them safe from the creatures of Grimm. And now Torchwick was stealing it for some unknown reason. Now we do know that the use of the dust was brought in the end of Volume 2 with the dust bombs, but for the time being, we didn't know what the dust was used for. So here we have a well-known wanted criminal stealing dust, the most important element in Remnant, and nobody can stop him. The police seem stumped, and the huntsmen don't go after criminals like that. They take care of the Grimm, not criminals.
It's not about overpowering the enemy. It's about taking away what power they have.
And it's due to these robberies and the increased amount of White Fang activity that Ironwood catches wind of what's going on in the Kingdom of Vale. Something's going on that can't be handled by the police. So, when he sees that his students are going to be traveling to Beacon Academy for the Vital Tournament, he decides to tag along and to bring along some of his military forces. Ozpin is a bit put off by this, but sees Ironwood's arrival as a blessing, something that he can use for their both genuine mutual gain. And as we know, this is where, around the time Cinder states that it is the end of Phase 1 and the start of Phase 2. Now I believe that Phase 1 was very much get the military's attention. Draw the military to Vale, which leads me to Phase 2 of what the plan is. Disbanding and excommunicating the Huntsmen. As we know from the previous World of Remnant video, the Huntsmen are the strongest and most skilled warriors in Remnant. So, it would only makes sense that Cinder would want to eradicate her most dangerous enemy first. How is she gonna go about this? Let's look at the facts. Now, Cinder obviously knows about the mild tension between Ozpin and Ironwood, how they both see things differently and how they want to achieve things differently. Ironwood, much more militaristic and by the books, while Ozpin just wants to do what he knows is best for society, and using the Huntsman. So, what is Cinder's first step? Her first step is to plant a bug or virus in the CCT, the Black Queen virus, as I've taken to calling it. She plants it in the CCT so that it will be connected to Ozpin's office. She now has direct access to all the files that Ozpin has and the ability to control team rosters in the upcoming tournament. Now we know that leading Grimm into the city via the old subway tunnels was part of Cinder's plan, but it was executed too soon. But what does she do? Like a brilliant tactician, she rolls with it, and she knows how to use it to her advantage. Sure, the Grimm infestation is toppled, and it is stopped, and the Huntsmen do a good job. But who truly turns the tide? The military. The military, once they bring in their attack robots, they're able to turn the tide. They're able to wipe out a majority of the Grimm, and which gives the Huntsmen time to seal the breach shut. And also, who takes Torchwick into custody? The military. Not the Huntsmen, not the police, but the military. Cinder used this opportunity to give the military praise, to give Ironwood praise, which leads Ironwood to now being the figurehead and head of security for the Vital Festival, putting Ozpin out of the loop. So now, the Huntsmen, Ozpin himself, their reputation has been a little bit mucked. A little bit dirtied because they weren't able to stop this. They weren't able to see it. And for the most part, that's what we know for sure from the series. Now, what do I think is going to happen in the future? Well, as we know, Cinder has access to the CCT and now has access to Ironwood's personal scroll. She can then use the Black Queen virus to help infect robots, warships, maybe even Penny. But she will not use it. She will not use it to give them orders yet. No, she has to take out the Huntsmen first. If that's her true plan, if it's Cinder's true plan to start back up the Great War, she will have to get rid of the Huntsmen first. For one, the Huntsmen were created after the war to be a symbol, a shining symbol to what the human race can accomplish when it works together and not fighting each other. If the Huntsmen are no longer around, then that symbol is no longer there. And then, of course, there's Ozpin. If theories are to be believed, he was there during the Great War. He saw the horrors of it, and he saw its end. And he will preserve the peace that is now kept on Remnant to his very last breath. So, what is Cinder to do? She is to enact another great calamity at the tournament. What kind of calamity is it exactly going to be? Is it going to involve Grimm, the White Fang, possibly both? That's what I believe. It's going to be both. Both a White Fang offensive and maybe another Grimm infiltration of the city. And once again, the Huntsmen aren't going to be able to stop it. Ironwood's military is still going to be there and is going to be able to turn the tide. This is going to completely destroy any faith in the Huntsmen that the governments of Remnant and the citizens of Remnant have with them. And what is Ironwood going to do when he is ordered by the governments of the world to take care of the Huntsmen? Is he going to stand by his best friend Ozpin? No. Ironwood is a man of the military. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying it as in he's a man of protocols. And even though Ozpin's his friend, he has been ordered to break down the Huntsmen now, to break them apart, to now turn whatever's left of the Huntsmen into his special forces unit of the military. And this is what is going to happen. The military is once again going to rise majorly in power, maybe forming another pseudo-military controlled state in Vale. And thus the military will now control almost half of the world. Now with the Huntsmen disbanded and the military now in charge, they're going to crack down on any infractions, any criminals, anything along those lines. They're going to crack down on it hard with military discipline. And that's probably going to put a lot of citizens off. Even though they didn't really have faith in the Huntsmen now, they're going to see why the Huntsmen were needed. Because the military is the other side of the coin, and they're not going to like it so much. Not to mention, since Cinder will probably have control of at least a few warships and a few robotic troops, maybe she'll stage some atrocities done by the military. You know, shootings of innocent civilians, bombings of villages that were completely innocent. And what's Ironwood to do in this situation? Of course he's going to take the blame, even though he knows that he was not in control of the situation. And it's around this time when Cinder will rise from the ashes of what was left of the Huntsmen to help band the people together to fight the military. And once again, we have all-out war across Remnant. She's going to lead the people of Remnant against its military. Now, whether it be Ironwood she's actually going to be fighting, or somebody who takes his place, is entirely up for discussion. Who knows, maybe Ironwood will stand by Ozpin when Ozpin is blamed for so many things, and in doing so, he's going to be disgraced and his rank is going to be taken away from him. It's like what Cinder said.
It's not about overpowering the enemy. It's about taking away what power they have.
That's what she's going to do. She's going to take the power away from the Huntsmen, away from Ozpin, away from the military, away from Ironwood. And the scariest thing about this plan is that it's pretty much unstoppable. It's almost too late to stop. She has all the pieces in place that she needs. We already know that there's animosity and distrust between the Huntsmen and Ironwood's military. We've seen that with Winter and Crow. All that is truly needed now is the final bomb to drop, and for once again, for history to take its course and repeat itself. So, is all truly lost, and is Cinder pretty much going to win before our heroes have a chance to fight back? Well, let's just say that Remnant needs someone. They need a protector. They need a guardian. But that is a topic for next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, it was a theory that just came to me all of a sudden after watching the Huntsman World of Remnant video, where it's like everything just sort of clicked together. And so I hope you enjoyed, and this got you guys to think a little bit more about RWBY and Cinder's plan. And if you guys think I'm kind of spot on with my theory, I mean, that'd be great. Leave a like down below if you think so. But if you think I missed something or something's not quite right with my theory, leave comments and your own theories down below, because I would love to read them, love to hear about them. And until next time, I want you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, check out some other videos that I've done. I do a lot of them. And I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a good person, tip your waitresses, and keep moving forward. See you later.